look at my daughter full makeup, singing she's in love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I didn't have no say nor approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool.
What does a war for a child's soul look like? It doesn't start with lawyers or lawsuits. It starts with a single photo. A photo of a 12-year-old girl in Rome, dressed not for a childhood adventure, but for an adult fantasy. Bright blue hair, a face full of makeup, a tiny miniskirt, and a corset top. This image of Northwest didn't just break the internet, it broke the fragile truce between her parents and ignited a firestorm that threatens to consume everything in its path. This is more than a parenting dispute. This is a battle over the very innocence of a child, and the weapons are lawyers, threats, and the darkest secrets of a family empire. The backlash was instant and brutal. The public looked at North and didn't see a stylish tween. They saw a victim of grotesque exploitation. Comments flooded in, calling Kim Kardashian gross and disturbing, accusing her of using her own daughter as a fashion accessory in a desperate attempt to stay relevant. People were horrified, drawing direct lines back to the Balenciaga scandal and questioning Kim's judgment as a mother. In that moment, the world wasn't seeing a billionaire mogul. They were seeing a mother who had crossed a line. But for Kanye West, this was more than just a bad outfit choice. This was the moment he had been predicting and dreading for years. This was the exact scenario he had sworn to prevent. To understand the nuclear-level rage fueling his current legal threats, you have to go back to 2020. During his infamous Twitter rants, a desperate and furious Kanye made a vow. He tweeted, "I put my life on God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy." He didn't say this once, he repeated it over and over, like a man trying to build a wall against a coming flood. He was screaming into the void, trying to protect his daughter from a fate he believed was inevitable. Where did this deep, specific fear come from? It came from the family's origin story. Kanye's target has always been Kris Jenner. He has consistently accused the matriarch of being the mastermind, the architect of exploitation. His rants pointed to a dark history, the infamous sex tape. But not just its existence, Kanye and others like Ray J have alleged that Kris Jenner wasn't just aware of it, she was its producer. The story goes that she reviewed multiple versions, allegedly choosing the one that would sell best, and even suggesting a third tape. This is the foundation of Kanye's terror. He isn't just fighting a style choice, he's fighting what he believes is a proven predatory business model, and he's terrified his daughter is the newest product. But here is where the story twists, and Kanye's position as the noble protector cracks under the weight of his own staggering hypocrisy. Because while he was publicly swearing to shield North from the corrupting influence of the industry, he was privately making a move so reckless it defies belief. He attempted to feature his young daughter on a musical track with none other than Sean Diddy Combs, a man embroiled in multiple serious lawsuits and disturbing allegations of violence. The proposed song, titled "Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine," would have literally placed North's name and voice alongside Diddy's in a commercial release. The internet was horrified. Fans were sickened, questioning why any parent would willingly put their child in the orbit of a man with such a dark and troubling history. It was a catastrophic error in judgment that completely undermined Kanye's entire argument. And this is where Kim Kardashian, often painted as the villain in this narrative, actually stepped in to do her job as a mother. She didn't just get mad, she got legal. She texted Kanye, reminding him of a crucial fact. She legally owns the trademark to their daughter's name, Northwest. This means Kanye cannot legally use North's name, image, or voice for any commercial project without Kim's explicit permission. Her message was clear: stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. In this instance, Kim wasn't the exploiter, she was the gatekeeper, using cold, hard legal authority to shield her child from a genuinely dangerous situation. Kanye's response to being blocked was not one of reflection, but of escalation. He fired back with a threat: amend it or I'm going to war, and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. He even added the chilling line, "You are going to have to kill me." This exchange reveals the terrifying core of this conflict. It's no longer about North. It's a bitter power struggle between two titanic egos, and their daughter is merely the territory they are fighting over. Kanye's actions prove he is not a pure guardian. He is a contradictory force, capable of claiming to protect North one moment and exposing her to unimaginable risk the next. So, if both parents are flawed protectors, where does the real root of the problem lie? The answer, according to Kanye West's relentless accusations, points to one person and one person only, Kris Jenner. He does not see the Rome incident as a simple misstep by Kim. He sees it as the execution of a long-standing, sinister plan masterminded by the family matriarch. Kanye is convinced that Kris Jenner is actively molding North West into the next Kim Kardashian, and he believes the blueprint for this transformation is already written in the family's dark history. The evidence he points to is shocking. He has repeatedly dragged up the past, alleging that Kris Jenner was not a passive observer, but an active producer in the creation of Kim's infamous sex tape. Sources like Ray J have corroborated this, claiming Kris reviewed multiple versions of the tape and allegedly chose the one that would be most marketable. Furthermore, Kim herself has admitted that her mother pressured her into posing for Playboy, even when she felt hesitant and uncomfortable. Kris's reported advice was chillingly pragmatic. Go for it. They might never ask you again. No one knows who you are. This is the origin story of the Kardashian empire. It is a story built on leveraging private moments for public consumption. In Kanye's eyes, the Rome photo shoot is not an isolated event. It is chapter 1 of the same book being written for North. He sees the corset and the blue hair not as a fashion choice, but as a test, a soft launch of North West, the brand. He believes Kris Jenner is following the exact same playbook. Erode the innocence gradually, test public reaction, and then fully monetize the child when the time is right. His greatest fear is that North is being groomed for a future of Playboy shoots and manufactured scandals, all orchestrated by her own grandmother. This theory, however wild it may sound, is why Kanye's threats of legal action are so severe. He isn't just arguing about a miniskirt. He is trying to initiate a custody battle over his daughter's soul. He wants to legally block Kris Jenner's influence and prevent what he sees as the inevitable exploitation of his child. Whether his claims are paranoia or prophecy, they are fueled by a history that the public has already witnessed. The past actions of Kris Jenner have provided the kindling, and the image of North in Rome was the match that set everything ablaze. In the bitter crossfire between Kanye's raging hypocrisy and Kim's calculated branding, between Kris Jenner's alleged master plans and the court of public opinion, there is only one true victim: North West. A 12-year-old child has become the central pawn in a devastating war fought on tabloid covers and social media feeds. Her clothing, her hairstyle, and her very body are dissected and debated by millions of strangers. This is not childhood, it is a public execution of innocence. The real tragedy is that North is surrounded by forces claiming to protect her while simultaneously exploiting her. Kanye claims to be her shield, yet he tried to leverage her name for a music track with a controversial figure. Kim claims to be her nurturing mother, yet she styles her daughter in adult-coded fashion for paparazzi photos. Kris Jenner, the architect of the empire, views her not as a granddaughter but as the next valuable asset in a billion-dollar portfolio. Every adult in her inner circle is failing her, each in their own way, each prioritizing their own agenda over her right to a simple, private childhood. This is not a simple parenting dispute, it is a profound moral failure. The conversation should not be about who is right between Kanye and Kim. The conversation should be about how a child became a commodity. North West does not need a better publicist or a more aggressive lawyer. She needs a childhood. She needs the freedom to make mistakes without them becoming international headlines. She needs to be protected from the very spotlight her family has always chased, because that spotlight is now burning her. The relentless fight over North's future exposes the dark heart of the Kardashian West dynasty. It proves that in the pursuit of fame and fortune, nothing is sacred, not even the well-being of a child. Whether through deliberate exploitation or negligent parenting, the result is the same. A young girl is being robbed of her youth on the world's largest stage, and everyone is watching. The only thing left to decide is whether anyone will finally step in and stop it. If this investigation into the war for North West's childhood left you stunned, you need to subscribe to Hot Sip, where the tea is always fresh. We serve the hottest celebrity secrets daily, and you won't want to miss what we're spilling next.